Hello everybody, today we're going up Dinas Bran, Castell Dinas Bran. The weather's nice, it's a bit windy, but let's get going. Okay, we've come so far, just look at that view over there. And that's where we're heading. Whew. Great stuff. Towering high above the Dee Valley and the bustling town of Llangollen, home of the International Eisteddfod, Castell Dinas Bran occupies one of Britain's most spectacular sites. A rugged, foreboding pinnacle, the hillock was the ideal spot to erect a castle. It seemed completely impenetrable, commanded views for miles around, and offered quick recognition of an approaching visitor, whether friend or foe. Yet the native Welsh princes of Powys occupied the hilltop for only a few decades. Today, that same site is open to exploration by the public. Forced to climb to the summit, modern visitors experience the struggle and the exhilaration that the castle's medieval inhabitants and their Edwardian attackers must have felt. Without a doubt, the walk is a breathtaking challenge. However, that climb heightens the allure of Dinas Bran, and it demonstrates the stark reality of medieval castle life. Dinas Bran is variously translated as Crow Castle, Crow City, Hill of the Crow, or Bran's Stronghold. The castle first appears in 12th century historical documents as part of a medieval piece entitled Folk le Fitzwarren, or The Romance of Fulk Fitzwarren. While this work claimed the castle known as Llangollen Bran was in ruin as early as 1073, the remains we see today date to the occupation of the princes of Powys Fadog in the mid-13th century. Possibly the Llangollen Bran mentioned in the romance was a Norman timber castle, but nothing of substance supports this conjecture. However, the encompassing ditch and earthen embankments, which enclose the southern and eastern portions of the stone fortress, do date to Iron Age. They remind us that this hilltop had strategic value, long before the princes of Powys or the Normans ventured into the region. Interestingly, the word Dinas has its origins in the Iron Age as well, and is found in the names of Iron Age hill forts throughout Wales. Reed, 1973, speculated that the hill at Dinas Bran was occupied in the 8th century by a man named Eliseg. The same Eliseg also gave his name to an ancient pillar that stands just north of Valley Crucis Abbey near Llangollen. The mystery man may have been an ancestor of the princes of Powys, who later dominated the area, but there is no real proof to support this assertion. The historical record also conflicts over whom really built the remains at Dinas Bran. The most reliable sources state that Griffith Myler II, son of Madog ap Griffith Myler I, began the castle in the late 1260s. The elder Madog found nearby Valley Crucis Abbey, where both men were buried. Some references offer an earlier date for the castle, placing it in the 1230s, when Madog would have been alive and therefore its builder. Regardless of whom actually erected the buildings that now survive in ruin, they were part of the last building effort at Dinas Bran. Incredibly, assuming the later date to be most accurate, the Welsh princes only occupied the site for 2 decades. During those final 2 decades, the castle on the hilltop became a prized possession of the princes of Powys Fadog. Dinas Bran's power did not go unnoticed by English forces. In 1277, during Edward I's initial foray into Wales, the Earl of Lincoln Henry de Lacy, besieged the castle, the Welsh lords of Dinas Bran were forced to submit to the invading army, which promptly set the site afire, completely destroying it.
Well, that's our visit to Dinas Bran. Very windy today, so we'll head back down. Well, we've just come to the end of the walk. We're on the wharf in Llangollen. Beautiful place. This is how you end a walk.